First of all, I'd like to thank everybody for your patience. Thank you for being here today. I'd like to really express my thankfulness to staff, students, specifically the student that provided the information today to help us with this incident. I'm very happy that our students are safe and our staff is safe. The incident occurred today around 8:45. We received 8:45 in the morning. Received information that there was a non-student that entered one of our buses, made a verbal threat on the bus, and then came to our school and made two other verbal threats. The student opened up his backpack and also showed some items, at which time he left the school. We were notified immediately. We have an SRO that are stationed here at, two SROs are stationed here at Akins, so we were able to respond quickly. At 9:25, our school went into reverse evacuation, at which time the Austin Police Department was also notified and responded to the school, which then landed us into a lockdown situation around 9:52. We did further investigation. We were able to locate the suspect at 10:25 at South Park Meadows. One of the things that during this time, we did some more investigation. We did cursory searches. We wanted to make sure that our parents were notified, which we did up front, so they understood what was going on and the situation that we were dealing with. The suspect then, obviously at 10:25, was placed into custody and arrested and is currently at central booking. We arrested him for a terroristic threat, third-degree felony. The lockdown, after we went into the lockdown mode, we did another cursory check and a follow-up investigation to where we started reunification of our students to our parents. At 1:45, the lockdown was lifted, and we are still in the process of investigating the incident and investigating all subjects and witnesses that were involved in the incident. Dr. Cruz? Dr. Cruz?
So we're going to have a time for a question right after I address the group. So certainly I think it's a different day for all of us in schools, in our communities, and our families. And there's a heightened awareness of safety. Safety for us is extremely important in Austin ISD, and it is for all of our schools. What I do think is important is that once we found out today that there was an incident, there was an issue, the administrative team took immediate action. Our police officers took immediate action to find out what was going on and to make sure our intent here is to keep all of our students and our staff members safe. That goes into action, and that brings in then later on, after we know a little bit more of what's happening, parents start calling. We send information to parents. They want to know if they can pick up their kids, and the answer is yes. And that's what we began a process, which is what we call a reunification process. What we have to do is to make sure that our students, that parents come and they leave with their child. And there's a process and a procedure for that we have to do. I think it's important that with our students and what's happened today, that a student saw something and then said something. It's extremely important that we as educators, as teachers, and as parents, that we talk to our kids about school safety. And even if there is a consideration or thinking that they heard or saw something, is to tell an adult on that campus so that we can take immediate action to make sure that all of our schools, all of our students and staff members are safe. This is going to take a community effort. It's something that we can keep our schools safe, but we're going to need the Austin community, parents, students, staff members to join with us to make sure to keep our students safe as we can. So with that, we will open it up to questions.
Chief, what was in the backpack?
Well, this is an ongoing investigation. I will tell you that we did initially, when we got the call, we were told that it was a magazine and some ammunition. Now the rest of the part that's in the backpack is still under investigation because it's still ongoing.
Was a gun found?
No gun was found.
Reverse evacuation, explain that and what?
Okay, reverse evacuation is exactly what it is. What you're doing is you're evacuating into the school. You're getting off all the school grounds, you're coming back into the school, and you're locking the school down so no one can leave and no one can come in.
How does a non-student get on a school bus?
Oh, I'm sorry.
How does a non-student get onto a school bus? Was he a former student? Looks like a kid. You know, granted, if I got on the school bus, it wouldn't happen. But how does this guy get on the school bus?
Well, that's all still part of the investigation. We're trying to figure that out. We're going to get all the details on that, how that non-student got on the bus.
Was he a former student?
He was a former student.
How recently?
About 2 weeks ago.
Why was he separated?
That's something that's part of the investigation, and I don't want to, at this point in time, I don't want to share it.
Were there any other individuals involved? I've heard that there were as many as 3 suspects that y'all are talking to.
Well, we have witnesses, and we have some other suspects that are named, but it's a continuous investigation.
Nobody charged.
Nobody. Well, the only one that's charged right now is the 17-year-old non-student. That is still part of the investigation. That'll be public information. He has been booked into central booking, so that'll be information that'll be provided pretty quick.
You said 17?
17, I believe, yes.
Where's the location that he got on the bus?
That's something that is also part of the investigation. I'm sorry I can't share all that, but I can tell you it was pretty close to Akins High School.
Chief, explain to us again one more time how this all played out. He got on He got on the bus.
He got on the bus. While he was on the bus, he made a threat. He came to the school, got out of the bus, went to the front foyer area of Akins High School inside the school and made some more threats, exposed those items that were in his backpack, and then left the school. That's how all it started.
And where'd you find the backpack?
That's still part of the investigation.
But it was on the ground.
No, the backpack was not found on the grounds. It was found at another location nearby.
Were you notified by students on the bus was on the way to the school?
Yes, we had one student, which I really want to compliment because see something reported. That's very important to AISD right now, especially with everything that's going on right now. Yes, there was a student that reported it, took it to the administration, and immediately told us, and we acted on it from there.
Dr. Cruz, if we can get you to come up for a moment. Governor Abbott yesterday issued a directive to have all schools issue their safety reports, safety audits. Has AISD complied?
We do safety audits on a regular basis. We take other precautions as well. We also review our different drills. There are different safety procedures given the different incident, and we practice those in all of our campuses. And it's something that we will continue to do, especially in our situation right now where there's a heightened awareness of student safety. And as more information comes in and we continue to use best practices, we'll continue to use these in all of our schools.
Leander, Round Rock have gone to single point of entry for all access to their schools. I understand that this may not be applicable, but is that something that AISD is thinking about doing, and then also having more of a person-to-person check for everybody that gets off the school bus? Do you belong? Right
now, we do require all visitors that come in to come into the front office and check in at the office. So, and we have a system to check in all visitors coming into the office. We have post notes throughout all facilities to indicate to please come to the front office. We also then teach students and parents not to be opening doors, that we do ask, and it's an issue around safety, that we do ask individuals who may come in a different part of the building. As you can see, our facilities are not all enclosed, and we have portables, but we ask individuals and campus staff to make sure to inform people to come through the front door and check in so we have record of who's on a campus.
Is that going to be a really significant point? Because a lot of parents were calling today saying, we know the doors open, we can get into schools, and you're really going to reiterate that one point of entry and no open doors and all doors open.
Absolutely, and now even more so. That is one entry point for our schools, that when visitors come in, they need to check in. If it's an AISD person, they show their badge so that we know exactly who's on the campus.
Students suggest they will be protesting tomorrow, walking out. Your thoughts on that, and will those students be in trouble? What do you anticipate happening tomorrow?
I think with the situation right now, and it certainly with having students and having these discussions, I've been talking about this with my children as well, and it's certainly on their minds. So when students have a demonstration, we want to make sure to keep them safe. We do have adults walking with them, and we do respect students' opinions, and we want to listen to them. These are very serious situations, and they're talking about student safety, and so are we. And working together, we can make sure that we have the best practices in place at all of our schools. We do not then discipline our students if there is a type of walkout.
State lawmakers are looking for answers, suggestions. Governor's looking for answers and suggestions. If you could sit down with them today, what does AISD need today to make this not happen again and to make sure that any kind of gaps are filled? What do you need?
One thing, of course, is training and information to parents, to students, to our staff members as to what to do. One main thing is if students or staff members see something or say something through a verbal discussion or on social media, that we let an adult on that campus know, that we let one of our SROs know on that campus. That's extremely important, and it's gonna be a community effort.
You've talked about the timeline between, getting the notification that a student saw something to going under lockdown. We talked to a few parents who said that they got a text from their student far before they got any kind of information from the school. Can you address that a little bit? These parents saying that they wish they would have been notified a little bit sooner.
What we do is we actually ask students to text their parents to let them know that they are safe, because once parents know, and we want parents to know that their students are safe, that's important to me as a parent as well. So when we have a situation such as this, a very large campus with a lot of students, and parents will be texting their children, we want to make sure that that communication is open. Certainly in situations like this, so that parents can hear directly from their child that they are in school, there's a situation going on campus, and more information will be forthcoming. We also send out information through our campus administration as well.
How soon was that, though, between the time that you guys knew something was going on to when you sent the first alert to parents?
Chief, you want to do that?
Sorry.
How long was the gap between when you knew something was going on, you guys were responding to campus, and when you sent an alert to parents about something happening?
Once we had determined that we needed to put the school in a lockdown, we made that contact probably around 10:41. I called to get information set out for the parents. And so I would say, looking at my time frame, probably within 20-25 minutes, something like that. I don't have all the exact times because it's still under investigation, but I'll be more than happy to follow up later on with that same question.
Chief, how hard is it to, because there are many different stories from many different people, for you guys getting all the information, disseminating it to the parents, to the students? How hard is that process, and how important is it that you stay focused on what you're doing?
Well, we want to, first of all, safety is primary. We got to make sure that our schools are safe, our students are safe. So we look at the information that we get, and we determine what actions we need to take. We want to make sure then we notify our parents, because they need to understand what's going on and what actions we're taking at the time to keep their kids safe. One thing I didn't mention, and I want to mention, I want to thank the Austin Police Department. We work very close together. The Austin Police Department responded with us. They came in and they helped us. Basically, they handled the lockdown situation. We worked together. They actually placed the suspect into custody, and I really want everybody to understand that we work close with our Austin Police Department and our local agencies, and we train together. So when we have these types of situations, we're prepared. So I wanted to share that. I didn't share it earlier.
Maybe one or two questions, particularly if we haven't heard from anyone.
What sort of communication do you have with the students during a lockdown? Some of the students said that they thought initially that it was a drill, and then they found out from social media that something bigger was.
Well, our administration communicate with our students and staff. I won't go into all the ways that we communicate, because that's part of our process, and I don't want those notifications are made, and for me to go into all those things, that's going to take away from our tactical advantage and I don't want people to understand how we do that kind of thing. But we are prepared, and we do make those notifications, so our students and teachers know what to look for and what to do.
I was listening to my audio, so I don't know if I missed it, but what kind of work was that?
I'm sorry, I can't hear.
Did you mention what the student said or former student said?
That is, I can tell you this much: the student threatened to shoot and blow up the school.
What was his demeanor
That's still part of the investigation. I can't really go into it. I don't know specifics, excuse me, but if you we'll be able to update a lot of that. And since he's a central booking right now and been arrested, there'll be an affidavit that comes out with more details on the incident.
That same threat was done on the bus and here.
Yes, we had a threat on the bus, and we had a threat. Now I don't know if it was the same exact verbiage, but there was a threat on the bus and at the school.
One more.
Did police seize the magazine and the ammunition?
We seized it, yes.
With the timeline of notifying parents and with the amount of cars, the amount of traffic that was up on this road, was it successful of dismissing these children to their parents, or were there any changes that the district will make?
I believe the whole process from the time that we received the information and the actions we took, from reverse evacuation to a lockdown to, obviously notifying our parents, making sure that the school is safe, placing the suspect into custody. I believe that we acted as quickly as we can, and then of course reunifying our students with our parents. I believe it worked very well. There's always protocol that we can strengthen, and we can always look and debrief about things. But I think today and with the support of our Austin Police Department, I think today was a very successful day. Our kids are safe. We have safe schools. We have someone in custody.
Thank you, guys. If you need Spanish, we'll